going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Some things just never go out of style, like craftsmanship you can trust. Since 1902, H.B. Brink & Company has been building more than homes, they've built trust. Locally owned and operated in Lawrence County, Tennessee for over a century, spanning 3 generations, extending their craft to surrounding counties, providing lumber, millwork, tools, and materials that stand the test of time. From custom homes to weekend DIY projects, if you need it, they've got it. Stop by 134 Depot Street in Lawrenceburg or give them a call today.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Hey folks, you'll never guess where I'm at today. That's right, I'm at my Quick Mart store. Starting off with a fresh cup of coffee, and guess what's next? The biscuit. That was quick and easy, and I'm ready to start my day. Head on over to your favorite Quick Mart store and start your day out right.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf. And this is Hustler Country.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
When it's time to build a home, remodel, or add on, Hamby Builders is this area's experienced construction company. From site selections to floors, doors, windows, trim, tile, bathrooms, and kitchen, the Hamby Builders team can make your home the home of your dreams. Hamby Builders is licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience in homes in Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murray counties. Trust your home construction or light commercial project to the team with experience and integrity. Hamby Builders. Call 931-629-5264 or 931-629-9472 today.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
This is the X Sports Network.
Ready, Guthrie, Mason, Kevin Wright, going to be bringing this one to you when we're ready. Teams are warmed up. Everybody's lined up and getting ready for the anthem. So we'll take just a second break here and then get started right after the anthem.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
Nobody makes hauling more affordable than C&D Hauling. Serving southern Middle Tennessee and northern Alabama, they supply premium materials like asphalt, sand, gravel, and much more for whoever needs it, like contractors, builders, or homeowners. Call today for a free quote.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back and ready to get started. Again, Brentwood High State Tournament. That's what you play for all year. That's what all the days of practice lead to. This is the start of it. So today there will be 3 pool games for the girls. Tomorrow we'll start bracket play, and it will be the top 2 teams out of each pool will move on to the bracket, where we'll get a state champion crowned at that point tomorrow. So you want to do well in pool. You want to win and win big if you can, but that's not likely. Everybody up here is going to be a really good team, but you need to win as many as you can in pool to advance. You can hear the crowd behind us there getting ready to get started. You can feel the nerves in the air a little bit for both sides. Bellevue's coming in. We're playing Bellevue Middle. They're coming in at 27-1. They are out of Region 5. They beat Antioch in the region to get here. I can tell you that their middle is about as tall as me, close to it. She's at least 5'11", 5'10". She's definitely the tallest kid on the floor. She's got several inches on scout. They've got a couple good outside hitters from looks of warm-ups, which warm-ups don't mean much, but based on what we know of through the warm-ups. So they got a lot of height in the middle and some good outside hitters. If you've made it this far, you're a good team. I can tell you that, and I can promise you that we'll have some good matches. It'll be fun here. Big gym, good crowd for Summertown. Don't see many from Bellevue over there. Maybe 10, 15 people at most. Summertown's got a good little section almost full here. I think we are ready. Same rules apply, best of 3. We'll play a max of 3, best 2 out of 3. And we do have 4 referees for this one, so all official TSSAAs. And it looks like we've got the serve, so Cardin's going to get us started, as she has for most of the year here. Putman's serve is up, and we're underway. That's going to be dug out on the back, set up. They're going to set up number 5, Cobb, and that's going to be in the net. Scout was there, might have got a piece of that on the block. 1-0 Summertown. Cardin back to serve again. Serve is up. It's going to be dug out. They're going to set up Cobb again. This time she'll hit it out of bounds down the left side. That'll be another point for Summertown, starting out 2-0. So Cardin back to serve again. Looking for 3 in a row. Ball's up. It's going to be dug out back row by Medina. Going to get a whistle in the net, I believe. Yep, in the net was Bellevue, and that'll be another point for Summertown. 3-0. So Cardin still serving here. Looking for 4 straight. Ball's up. Pass up. Can't get to it, and that's going to fall to the floor. Off the hands of number 14, Gwen. She just tried to pass it up, but it didn't go anywhere, and it fell to the floor. So an early 4-0 lead here. Cardin's looking to go for 5 straight. Dugout back row. Medina set up now. Cobb tips that one. Caroline Kelly's there. Digs out. Putman now to Moyer. Moyer's just going to send that over on a free ball. That's dug out. Now they'll send it over to Cobb again. Dug out by Putman. Frank sends it. Now Moyer sends it over. They're going to set Cobb again. She'll hit it down the line. Putman digs it out. Jackie's there. Now Caroline will just send that one over. And it's not going to make it. That'll come up short in the net. And that'll be a point for Bellevue. We've done a good job of digging out the hit so far. Just got to, we kind of mishit that one there a little bit. Back to serve is number 14. Gwen, the setter. Ball's up, good. Jackie back row, shoots it straight up. Cardin chases that down. Now Mason will just have to send over the free ball. She does. Dug out, now set up to Cobb again. Putman's there. Moyer's going to tip that one. Saved by Gwen. Now just sent over. Free ball. Mason to Putman. Putman to Franks. Good hit. Back row. They keep it alive and send it over. What a play there. Putman to Moyer. She's going to hit that one hard, but it's going to be blocked out of bounds. Point Summertown. Kill for Phoenix. And she will go back to serve. 5-1 now. Summertown leads. Phoenix back to serve. Serve is short in the net, but we're going to get a whistle on Bellevue for rotation. So Phoenix will get to serve again, and that'll be a point for Summertown. Called a break there as her serve was in the net. She's giving a redo here. 6-1 Summertown. That one gets over. Back row, and they're going to call that one long and out of bounds. Point will go to Bellevue. Wise decision to let it go. Back to serve now is Cobb. who definitely seems where they want to go with the pass. Putman sets up Jackie on the outside, hit, and that's going to be blocked down by Emily. Point Bellevue. She's the tall middle. She can pretty much reach the top of the net standing flat-footed, and she got up a little bit higher than Jackie did. And that one's blocked, and we weren't there to cup. Back to serve again is Cobb, trailing by 3. Cobb serve. Nice jump serve. Moyer digs that out. Now Putman to Mason. Mason hits that one lightly. Dug out in the back row. Now set up. There's going to be 4 hits on Bellevue. That'll be a point for Summertown as they can't get the ball over. 7-3 now as Mason goes back to serve. Caroline Kelly will come out. Ava Howe will come in the middle. Scout serve is up and good right in the front row. That's going to be dug out of the net. Emily tried to go hit that one and missed it. That'll be a point for Summertown. They got 2 hits on it. The second was in the net. And they couldn't dig it out. Mason back to serve again after the ace. Serves up. Good serve. Middle back row. Now Gwen will set up Cobb back row. Putman digs that out one-handed. Now Mason will set it up and Franks will send it over. Back row. They'll set it up on the outside to, trying to get her number 11, Erlu, and she'll get the kill on the outside. Nice hit there. That's the first set that's went to anybody other than Cobb. Cobb's back row. Franks digs that one out. They'll get it over to Howe for the setup. Howe will tip it over. Now Erlu sends that over. Free ball. Jackie tipped at the line by LeBlanc, but that's going to fall to the floor for a kill for Jackie. Point Summertown. 9-4 now. Franks comes out. Lexi comes in to serve for Summertown, leading by 5 over Bellevue Middle. Lex has some fans here. Yelled out for her there. Back to serve. Ball's up. Back row, Cobb mishandles it, but it's going to be sent back into play, and Gwen will send it over. Lex is there. Putman sets up Jackie. She gets a hit on that one. Looks like it was tipped. It was. That'll be a kill for Jackie as the back row player, I can't see her number, got a finger on it as it was flying. Could have been long and out of bounds had she not touched it. But point will go to Summertown. 10-4 now. Lex back to serve again. Cobb digs that out off the good serve. Set up on the outside for Erlu. Putman sets up Howe. She puts a hit on that one. Dug out by Montez. Now Putman sets up Jackie. She'll tip that one over the top of him. Montez now over to Erlu. Putman to Jackie. Jackie will free ball that over. Cobb's there. Now sent over to Erlu again. She'll push that one over. Now Putman sets up the outside to Jackie, and she gets a swing on that one. It'll be off the back row play, or that'll be off Erlu and hit the wall. That's a kill for Jackie. A point for Summertown. 11-4 now. They looked sleepy coming in, but I guess they've woken up a little bit. I was a little worried. They were laying on the floor in a circle for a while. Lexi serves up, back row, and that's going to be deep and out of bounds. Point for Bellevue. 11-5 now. That's the second error on serves that we've had. That's one thing at this stage of the game. You've got to make sure we get our serves in. Do the little things. Back to serve now is Medina for Bellevue. Good serve, good hard. Lexi's there. Passed up to Putman. Set up for Howe. She'll hit that one over flat-footed. Now Montez digs it out. They get it over to Erlu. She'll hit it. We'll dig it out. Now set up for Howe again. She's going to hit that one wide right and out of bounds. Point for Bellevue. Good set. Just caught it a little bit on the side of her hand and went right. Back to serve again is Medina for Bellevue. Trailing by 5. Kelly's there. Now Putman chases that down and digs it out somehow. Got away with a double there. Cobb. They tried to see. Wasn't there. Pushed over. Now Putman will set up Jackie on the outside. She'll tip that one. Blocked at the net. by LeBlanc, then sent over now by Erlu. Putman has tried to chase that down and hits the referee stand. Caroline Kelly mishandled that one a little bit. Putman wasn't able to get to it. That'll be a point for Bellevue. Back to serve still, Medina on a little bit of a hot streak here. Serve is a beaming dart. Lexi digs it out. Putman sends that up. Misset a little bit there, and Howe couldn't get a hand on it to tip it over, and that's a point for Bellevue on the misset there by Summertown. Medina again, trailing by 3 now. Serves up. It's a good one. No spin and hard. Moyer digs that out. Putman. Jackie tries to get it. We mishandled at the net. Putman set it kind of just straight up in the air, and Jackie couldn't get to it to knock it over. It didn't move anywhere off the set. 11-9 now. Medina's looking for several in a row here. Serves up. Back row, Moyer passes that up. Putman chases it down. Jackie tips that over and stays out of the net, and that'll break the streak as Jackie will get a kill. It wasn't pretty, but we'll take it. Good job by Jackie to get a good tip on that one, and Bellevue couldn't get to the ball. Now Jackie will go back to serve. Leading by 3. Serves up. It's good. Cobb there. Passed up to Gwynn. Now hit over is Erlu. Putman saves that. Jackie swings one arm and knocks it over. Gwynn, they try to see again. Kelly's there. Digs it out. Putman now to Moyer on the outside for the slam down, and that's going to go in the net. It's almost like she let up right there when she was getting ready to go up and explode. She let off the gas. It was a good set. I thought she was going to bring the hammer down. Back to serve now is Erlu. And that's going to be off the top of the net and over for an ace for Erlu. Erlu playing some good volleyball brings Bellevue within 1. 12-11 now. Erlu, Jackie's there, passed up to Putman. Good pass up, tipped by Howell. They're going to get her for a carry. Yep. Anytime you go at it underhanded like that, there's a chance you're going to get it. And again, we do have all officials here, so expect it to be pretty tight. Erlu back to serve again, all tied up at 12. Kelly digs that out to Putman. Moyer tips that one. And that'll be a kill for Moyer as they can't get it back over on the tip. They hit it in the net, so point Summertown as Caroline Kelly goes back to serve. Leading by 1. Ball's up. Good serve. Short. Now Medina will set it up. That's going to be hit over and dug out by Kelly. Putman to Moyer. She swings on that one, and they're going to call her in the net. So they'll call Summertown in the net. Point will be voided. I couldn't see who he called in the net. Back to serve now is 12, LeBlanc. Dug out by Lex. Putman chases it down. We push it over. Now hit in the middle, blocked by Scout, and then dug out. Kelly chases that down off the roof. Jackie tried to save it. Good effort there by both the girls from Summertown. They weren't able to get it over. So Bellevue has taken a 1-point lead now, 14-13, after trailing by as many as 5. Serving is 12, LeBlanc. Kelly digs that out. Now Putman to Moyer. She'll tip that one over. Dug out by Gwynn. Now hit over by Cobb. Jackie and Kelly are there. Putman's just going to send that over. Moyer will flat-foot it over. Now hit on the outside by Cobb. Kelly's there, but mishandles it, and it goes out of bounds off her. Point for Bellevue. They lead by 2 now. There was a turning point somewhere where the momentum was lost by Summertown, and we haven't got it back yet. LeBlanc, back row. Lex is there. Good pass up to Putman. She'll send it to Mason. Mason will swing on it and hit it long out the back. Keep swinging it. And we're going to get our first timeout by Summertown, who trails by 3. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back here in Brentwood at Brentwood High School, where Summertown trails Bellevue Middle by 3, 16-13. It's almost as if Summertown just let off the gas. They started out hot, we're leading, and a number of errors have happened. We've allowed them back into it, and now we've allowed them to take the lead. So back to serve again is LeBlanc. She's had several here, and she'll send this one up. Ball's up in the air. Jackie passes up to Putman. Good pass. Now Mason will push that over two-handed instead of hitting the ball, and they will block it down for the point. That was Emily on the block. LeBlanc back to serve again. We've gotten timid again. Lex passes mishandled. Mason tries to save it. It was over the scores table. She wasn't able to get a hand on it. That'll go out of bounds. 18-13 now as Summertown crumbles. Looking for a spark here to stay in this one. LeBlanc back to serve again. Good hard serve. Jackie's there. Passed up to Putman. She'll send it over to the outside. Mason will just have to flat foot that one over. Dug out now battle at the net. And Mason will get that, but they're going to call a block on the setter on Scout. Said she blocked the setter, so that will be a point for Bellevue. LeBlanc still serving here. She serves one. Kelly's there. Passed up to Putman. Set up for Moyer. Moyer takes a swing at it off the top of the net, dug out by Gwen. Now they'll send it up to Cobb. She'll push that one over. Now Mason will hit this one over. Very lightly. Gwen sets up Cobb again. Nice cut. Pass dug out by Jackie. Now Mason will set up Moyer. Moyer gets a swing on it. Dug out by Medina. Now Emily swings that one over, and Mason gets a hand on it for the block, and that'll be a point Summertown, so they will finally break the serve of LeBlanc. I don't know how many she got in a row, but it was several. So we're made our full rotation as Cardin's back to serve now. Where we started at. Putman's serve is good. Back row. Passed up by Montez. Cobb will send that over, and they're going to call the double on her. I thought she got away with one earlier, and again, you can't double over the net. You can double to your own team, but you can't double over the net. And we've seen it called more and more in the later part of the season. Putman serve. Up in the air. Back row, dug out. Now Medina's there. Cobb will push that over. Mason picks it up. Now Putman to Moyer. She puts a swing on it, and that's a hit for Phoenix Moyer, and a point for Summertown as she brought a little pain with that one. Putman looking to go on a run. We've seen her do it many times this year. Back to serve again. That's who you want back there at the closing out of the game. Putman serve up. Good swing, and they're going to call that one out long. I gave her the jinx there. 20-16 now. Bellevue leads by 4. Summertown just doesn't look very awake or excited. Almost a little bit timid, and that's been their downfall, is playing not to lose instead of playing to win. That's what we want to see. Franks dug out. Moyer, and they're going to get her for a double as well, I think. They called a carry on her. She let it go down too deep. Too deep in her set. Yeah, so they just called it too low on the set, so that'll be a point for Bellevue. 21-16 now. Back to serve is Medina. Or Gwen, I'm sorry. Now Kelly chases that down. Franks will have to send it over, and she sends it off the air conditioner on the ceiling out of bounds. A little bit excited there, I think, maybe. That's a long way to hit a ball. The gym is very large here. They've got one section of bleachers out where the fans are, but it's a very large court compared to what we're used to. That's going to be an ace for Gwen as Jackie can't get to that one and dig it out. It's going to go straight to the floor. Franks and Jackie were both there. A little miscommunication. And Summertown's going to take its second and final timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here in Brentwood at Brentwood High, where Summertown trails 23-16 over Bellevue. Looking for a spark here to keep this one alive. Gwen back to serve. It's a dart. And Franks flies in front of Jackie there as Jackie was coming for it, and that's going to go off her out of bounds over by the bleachers. I believe that was Jackie's ball, but I think everybody just didn't want to hit the floor as now we're 1 point away. Gwen to serve for game or set point here, 24-16, Summertown trails. Serves up, back row, Jackie passed up to Putman. Putman to the outside to Lex. She puts a swing on it, really good hit by Lex. Now they'll send it over to Cobb. She'll send that down the line and in the back corner, and that's her sweet spot, and that'll end the first set as Summertown falls 25-16. We'll take a quick break and be back for the second set. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Bring your outdoor dreams to life at Loretto Nursery and Landscaping. This one-stop shop can help you get your project done from start to finish. Go see for yourself. They have a wide variety of plants, from tropicals to ferns and trees, plus hanging baskets. What they have to offer goes beyond what looks good. They also supply concrete, mulch, compost, and drainage culverts. Don't forget about their on-lot buildings and chicken coops. You think that's all? You can also stop by to fill up your propane tank. Loretto Nursery and Landscaping has you covered. Stop by 409 South Military Street.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back in Brentwood at Brentwood High School, where Bellevue is taking the first set over Summertown. We're about ready to start the second set. I got Ellie Lou over here keeping stats for me. Phoenix had 3 kills the first set. Jackie had 5. Scout I got her for 2 blocks. Putman had 1 ace. We had 2 errors on our serves, and the big story is Bellevue had no errors on serves. That's a big thing. Gwen back to serve to get us started. That's going to be dug out by Kelly. Putman now will set it up to Mason. She'll put a swing on it. I think she hit that one in the net, and she did. Caught it a little low. That'll be a point for Bellevue. She reared back on it, though. I thought she was about to unleash. I think they've got a little fear with the height on the other side, and you just got to hit it through them. That's going to be sent deep and out of bounds. Wise decision there by Kelly to let it go. 1-1 now as Putman goes back to serve for Summertown. First error of the match by Bellevue on a serve. Putman serve. Nice short serve dug out by Cobb. Gwen there. Back row. Erlu. And Jackie can't handle that. It'll go out of bounds off of Jackie. Tried to bend over there and just kind of scoop it up, and it just went off to the right, out of bounds. So that'll be a point for Bellevue, 2-1 now. Back to serve now is Cobb, who went on a little bit of a run last set. We'll see how we handle it. Nice jump serve from Cobb, short. Mason digs that out, knocks it over barely, and that'll fall for a Summertown point. Kind of an accident, I think. Mason just caught it as it went by her, and it went back over the net instead of the Putman, and we get the point there. 2-2 now. Moyer back to serve for Summertown. Ball's up. Back row, nice serve. Gwen digs that out. Now they'll set up Erlu. Jackie's there, passed over to Putman. Putman will send it back to Jackie. She'll put a hit on it. Dug out, put it in the stands. Now Erlu will chase it down. And they send that over, but out of bounds for a Summertown point. And Moyer will go back to serve. 3-2. Again, Summertown led that first set by several early on, and Bellevue just kept chipping away at it. We look to get it going again here. Moyer back to serve. 3-2 now. Moyer serve. Barely over the net. Cobb does the splits and digs it out. They'll send it over. Putman's there. Now Franks will set it up to Mason. Mason will free ball it over. Now set up by Gwen to the outside. Erlu hit over. Jackie's there. Putman now will set it to the outside to Jackie. She'll free ball it over. Back row. Now Montez, they'll set up. I don't know that number there, but we can't handle it as Kelly can't handle it. Putman tried to save her there, but it went off to the bench of Summertown. Be a point for Bellevue. Boise is the one who hit that one. I haven't seen her come in and hit. She hit from the right side there. Serve up by Montez, dug out by Kelly. Now to Mason. She lightly hits that over, but it's going to go off the back row player in Montez and down for a point. And that'll be a kill for Mason as she'll go back to serve. 4-3, Summertown leads by 1 with Scout going to serve here. Ball's up, good serve, back row. Erlu digs it out. Now they'll set up Erlu on the outside. She'll hit that one off the top of the net, and it'll fall right in front of Mason and Moyer. They aren't able to get to it. Good hit there by Erlu as the kill. 4-4 now. Back to serve is Medina for Bellevue as we're trading points back and forth here. There's not as much height on the front row. That serve barely gets over the net. Now Putman has set up Howe. She'll put a swing on it, and it'll go wide right into the bleachers, out of bounds. Bellevue point. Down that line is open. If you're hitting that way, the cross court is not so much open. Medina now. Serve deep out the back and out of bounds as Summertown catching a couple breaks here with a couple errors on the serve as Franks goes back to serve for Summertown. All tied up at 5. We're not hitting the ball like we have all year. We're setting the ball to our hitters, and our hitters are just sending it over. That's going to be dug out by Cobb. Now over to Erlu. Moyer's there. Good pass up to Putman. Putman will send that over to Jackie, and she flat foots that over. But it doesn't make it. Goes into the net. So point Bellevue. That's normally a set for a big swing, and we just haven't done it this year. Brielle comes in for Franks. We need our outside hitters hitting for sure. Moyer digs that serve out. Now Howe, she'll tip that one over. Cobb. Gwen to Cobb. Hit hard. Got a piece of it at the net. Did Howe. Putman chases that down somehow, but it's going to go into the pole on the out of bounds and fall for a point. Putman's all over the place chasing passes down. Everybody just needs to calm down and get a pass going. Serves up. Hoffman passes up good to Putman. Now Jackie will put a swing on that, and good things happen when you swing at it. That's a point for Summertown and a kill for Jackie. Nice pass, nice set, nice hit there. 7-6 now. Bellevue leads by 1. Jackie's back to serve for Summertown. Looking to go on a run here. Serve is a dart right off the back player, Medina, for an ace and a Summertown point. 7-7 now. Jackie definitely has the ability to go on a run, that's for sure. Back to serve again. Ball's up. Nice floater there. Dug out by Montez. Now they'll set up Cobb. Howe gets a piece of it at the net. Now Howe will set up Carden, and Carden will send it over flat-footed. Now they set up Cobb. Cobb pushed it over. Jackie's there. Now Putman to Moyer. Moyer puts a swing on it for a kill. Summertown. 8-7 now. Nice swing there by Moyer. Good set there by Putman. Jackie back to serve again. Looking for her target. Good serve by Jackie. Back row, Medina. Now they'll set up Cobb. She puts a good swing on it. Kelly digs it out. Now Putman sets up Howe. Howe hits it. Dug out in the back. Now set up for Cobb again. Moyer digs that one out. Now Howe. Now Moyer hits that one into the net. 8-8 now. We've missed some opportunities, that's for sure. And Emily comes back in on the other side. It's not who you want to see if you're Summertown with that height. Back to serve. Oh, we got a whistle. Something on the floor here. Moyer will throw it off. We lost a hair tie. LeBlanc back to serve for Bellevue. Serve is in the net. Another error for Bellevue, and that brings Mason back in for Howe. Caroline Kelly back to serve now, leading by 1, 9-8. Serve, back row. Erlu digs that out. Now they'll set up Emily. Emily puts a swing. Kelly's there. Putman sets up Moyer. She puts a monster swing on it and knocks it down to the floor for a kill. Nice job by Phoenix Moyer there. Slamma-jamma, bama-jamma. Brought the thunder. Kelly to serve again. Good serve over the net to Medina. Now they set up Cobb. Blocked down by Mason for a point, Summertown. Mason said, not in this house. As Summertown's starting to come alive here. Somebody gave him some Cheerios. Kelly. What an ace by Caroline Kelly. Falls right in front of Medina in the back row. Hit the little Anna Lee floater there. Anna Lee ought to be proud. Caroline says, I don't know about y'all, but I'll take this in my own hands. Back row now. Montez. Now Gwen to Cobb. Dug out by Putman. Now sent over by Mason on a free ball. Gwen now. Down Cobb. Kelly. Putman will set it up. Now Mason will just send that over. Now Gwen to Cobb again. Mason's late getting there. Putman digs it out. Little miscommunication, and they're going to get Phoenix for a double because she's tilted. So she two-hand pushed it over, but because of the angle of her body, you can't do it that way. It's almost a guaranteed double every time. I'd say just hit it regular, underhanded. That'll be a point for Bellevue, and that'll stop the run that Caroline was on. Back to serve now is 14, Gwen. Ball's up. It's a good one. Mason. Now Putman to Mason. She puts a hammer down on that one, and that's a kill for Mason and a point for Summertown. It's about time, child. Good set, good hit there. Brielle doing her job, coming over as she comes out. French comes in. She gets the bench up a little bit. Now Putman will serve it over. Gwen sets up Cobb on the outside, and that's a great hit by Cobb and a kill for Cobb and point Bellevue. Good swing. Cobb is a beast on the outside. She has very good technique. Her swing looks a lot like Ava Cornelius, a lot like hers, and does a really good job at it. We've just dug it out. Now Mason throws it down again, right in the face of Emily on the other side, and takes the point. Hello, Scout. Where you been? Glad to have you. Moyer back to serve now for Summertown as they're leading by 4. I was starting to worry I wasn't going to get to be excited today. Moyer, good serve, back row, Cobb. Now Gwen sets up the outside. That's a hard swing, and that's over the head of Caroline Kelly. She got a finger on it. It might have been out. It might not have. It would have been close. So you try to it was over her head. It would have been close. That'd be a point for Bellevue. Now trailing by 3. Back to serve is the libero, Montez. Mason, Putman, Mason, down. Cobb digs that one out. Now they'll set it up. Back row, they'll just send it over free ball. Mason to Putman to Mason. And that's going to be a kill, folks, for Mason and a point for Summertown. You can almost bet when those words come out of my mouth, there's about to be good things happening. That's Mason, Putman, Mason. Mason back to serve now, up by 4. Summertown looking a little bit more like Summertown now. 15-11. Mason serve right off top of the net. Good serve. Erlu digs that out. Now Gwen to Erlu. Tipped over. Franks is there. Now Putman. Jackie sends that one over. Back row Montez. Now Gwen to Erlu. Into the net. Point Summertown. It made me a little worried there. That ball floated a little while before somebody went after it. Mason back to serve again as the coach gives her the signal. I just say hit it over. Sends that one back row. Folks, that's an ace from Mason. Back corner. They thought it was out. Let it go, and Mason hits the sweet spot for an ace. Well, she ought to have plenty of energy because she ain't played the first set. So the second set, we're glad she showed up. Serves up. Right off top of the net. Let me say it again. That's an ace for Mason. Point for Summertown. 18-11 now. Where'd that serve come from, Ellie Lou? 2 in a row. And they look both like they were going to go right into the net. Mason back to serve again. Up by 7. Serve is up. Back row. Cobb wisely lets that go, and it'll go out of bounds for a Bellevue point. 18-12. Now back to serve is Medina for Bellevue, trailing by 6, 18-12. Summertown needs to shut it down early. Send back row, Kelly. Putman now to Jackie. She tries to save that one. Set was a little bit outside of Jackie on her right side. She couldn't get a good hand on it. It would have been a carry if she got it anyway. I think she was easing to the middle a little bit. Medina to serve again for Bellevue. Ball's up, good. Kelly to Putman. Putman to Jackie. Good hit. Saved by Cobb, but they're not going to get it over in 3, and that's a point Summertown, 19-13 now. That'll be a kill for Jackie. I think we finally started swinging on the ball, and good things have happened. Frank's back now to serve for Summertown. Up 19-13. Frank's serve. Good one. Back row. Mishandled by Montez, but it's going to be saved. Sent over as a free ball. Putman to Jackie. Hit down. Good hit. Dug out by Montez. Now hit back row. Cobb. Nice swing from the back row was Cobb. Now sent over to Jackie. She'll tip that one. And I believe that was Emily or Gwen who managed to get a hand on that one and tip it over to where we weren't. It'll fall to the floor for a Bellevue point. Trying to get a number on who that was. Now back to, that was 12. LeBlanc with that kill. Back to serve now is Erlu. Serve is up. Moyer's there. Passed up to Putman. Now Putman will send it to Hal. Hal send that over. Now Gwen to the outside to Cobb. Dug out by Kelly. Putman to Jackie. She'll have to push that one over. She does. Now Gwen to Cobb again. She'll flat foot that one over. Putman's there. Now Hal. Miscommunication there as Putman digs that out, but nobody went after it. It hits the floor. Howe tried to save it, but somebody's got to hit the ball there. 19-15 now. Erlu to serve again. Serves up, back row. Moyer's there. Putman sets up Jackie, and that goes over, and Cobb sends it right back. Now Putman will set up Howe. She'll tip that one over. That's hit. Hit again, and they'll send that over is LeBlanc. Kelly digs it out. Now to Jackie. Hit. Gwen sets up the outside of Cobb. She comes with the hunt with a hit. Now Kelly to Putman to Howe. Good set, good hit. Gwen sends that back. Sent over the free ball. Brielle's there. Now they'll set up Putman. Putman will set up Jackie, and she'll push it. What a nice push there. It just right along the net and falls on the right side of the floor there. She couldn't get a hit on it, so she did the next best thing. That was a really sweet push. Now Jackie back to serve for Summertown, up by 5, and we are on the back stretch. Looking to close it out. Jackie serve long and out of bounds. And there's no way I can tell from where I'm at if it was close or not. It was a hard serve. It looked long. Back to serve is 12, LeBlanc. Coming in is Emily on the front row for Bellevue. Trailing by 4. LeBlanc. This is Gwen serving, sorry. Brielle digs that out. Now Putman to Moore. She'll tip that one over. And I believe that was Gwen who got a hand on it, and it just ricocheted straight out to the scores table, out of bounds. That'll be a kill for Phoenix. 21-16 now. It's Caroline Kelly back to serve for Summertown. She's the one who started the run earlier. Back row, Medina. Gwen to Emily, blocked by Mason. Ball still alive. Jackie, and Jackie hit it up. Mason tried to knock it over and couldn't get it over, and it'll hit the floor there, point Bellevue. There's a line judge straight in my vision, so I'm having to look around her a little bit to catch numbers sometimes. Gwen back to serve now. Back row, or can't handle it, is Jackie. That'll go out of bounds. 21-18 off the good serve from Gwen, the setter. Summertown High School and Middle School struggle when you get to 20. We got to close them out. We're trying to here, up by 3. Serve, Mason. Jackie, now Putman will just have to send that over, and she does. Montez is there. Now Gwen to Cobb, right down the line. Putman gets a hand on it. Kelly sends it back. Brielle sends it, tries to send it over, and comes up just short. Good effort by Putman, Kelly, and Hoffman. And we're going to get a Summertown timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
All right, back here at Brentwood High School where Summertown's up by 2, 21-19. Ball's up. Brielle's there. Now Putman will send it over to Mason. She'll hit that one over back row. Gwen chases that one down. They get it to the outside free ball now. Hoffman to Putman to Mason. She'll tip that one down. Little low set off the jump set. Normally it works pretty good. Sent over. Jackie's there. Putman now. Sent to the outside to Moyer. She puts a swing on that one, folks, and that's a kill for Phoenix Moyer. When you need somebody to swing, she'll do it for you every time. Now Franks comes back in for Brielle, who's played excellent so far this set. Putman, we're back to the start of our rotation as Putman's back to serve now for Summertown. Putman serve up, back row, Medina, Gwen to Cobb. Cobb sends over the free ball. Putman to Mason, wasn't really ready. She should have been ready. That was a good set. And that's going to be hit, and that's going to hit the antenna. That was Boise on the swing, but it hit the antenna. That's out of bounds. That's a point for Summertown. And that's going to be a timeout from Bellevue. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back in Brentwood for some state tournament volleyball in middle school as Cardin's back to serve now, trying to close this one out. They are up 23-19. Putman serve in the air. Good. Now Gwen will set up on the outside. Free ball again. Cobb has not got a set she could hit, and that's hurt them. But Mason got a set she could hit from Putman, and that's down for a point. Summertown 24-19 as Putman going to try to close it out as the fans hold the traditional one finger in the air for 1 point left. Putman serve is short. Called it off her fingertips just a little bit. She was trying to hit a good spot there and just mishit it a little bit. Still 1 point away with Bellevue serving 24-20 now. Summertown leads. They did lose the first set. Looking to keep it going here. Mason, Putman. Mason. Goodness, I wish I would have went in, but it was wide left out of bounds. Oh, got a tip at the net, and that'll end. They were in the net. Okay, so that did end the second set there. It did go out of bounds, but luckily somebody was in the net. So we're all tied up at 1 set each. Thank goodness. We'll go to the third after this. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to Brentwood High School, where Summertown and Bellevue have pushed a third set to 15. They will go to 15 this set. First one to 15, win by 2. A couple stats now as both sets combined. Mason came alive there with 5 kills. Moyer's got 7. Jackie's got 7. Aces are Mason's got 2. Jackie's got 1. Putman and Kelly each have 1. And Scout had 4 blocks that set. Jackie digs that one out. Putman, Mason flat foots that over. That's off of Gwen. Out the back end for a point for Summertown. We'll call it a kill, but it was a flat footer kill. Putman back to serve now. 1-0. This is a quick one. You don't want to get down here. You want to stay up the whole time. Putman serve, back row. That's going to be dug out by Erlu. Now they'll set up Cobb. She got a swing on that one. Jackie's there. Now Mason will set up Moyer. And that was sent way long. That's why she's not a setter. Moyer tried to save it left-handed, but wasn't able to do so. 1-1 now. Back to serve is Cobb. Sent. Nice floater jump serve. And somehow Jackie digs that out, goes over the net, back left corner for a point, Summertown. From the back row, pass kill, as Ellie Lou says. She said that's a pass kill, folks. That's not even on my stat sheet. Nice job there by Jackie. That was a good save. Back to serve now for Summertown is Moyer. Serves up. Back row. Shot straight up. Cobb will send that to Erlu. Now Moyer's there. Now Putman. To Jackie. Jackie gets a tip on it. It's hit back over by Emily. Now Mason Franks will just send that over as a free ball. Saved by Cobb. Now Erlu puts a hit on it. Moyer's there. Putman to the outside to Franks. She'll push that one over. Might have got away with a little double. Now Gwen will set up Emily. She'll flat foot that to the back row, and Kelly can't handle that one, and it'll go off of Kelly out of bounds. I don't know that Caroline was ready there because that didn't look like it was coming to her. It was high on her, about head high, and she tried to push it up forward, but wasn't able to do so. It's a very weird hit at the line. Now we got a question by one of the players from Bellevue. There was a sub. I don't know what the question is. He had out a yellow card, which is not a good thing, right? Okay, I think they've got it now. There was a sub, and then a card. I think he held out a yellow card, which doesn't mean anything really, but don't do it again. Jackie will hit that over off the Putman set. Gwen now over. Might have caused us a little bit out of place. Kelly's there. Good pass up to Putman. She'll send it to Jackie. Jackie will put the hammer down. That's dug out. Now Cobb from the back row. Hit into the net. 3-2 now. Cobb can hit it from the back row. She did it in the last set. She's telling her setter to put it somewhere different, I think. That was a good swing. Cobb definitely their offensive go-to here as Mason's back to serve now for Summertown. Ball's up. Nice serve to Cobb. Splits. Gwen, Emily, hit down. Mason digs it out. Where'd that come from? Now Gwen to the outside to Erlu. Moyer passed up to Putman. Now to Jackie. Jackie's coming in a little bit too much on it, and she couldn't get that one over. Flat. She's having to back up. Carden's sending that set to the outside, but Jackie's coming to the middle more. And so she's mistiming it every time almost, and we're flat-footing it. Stay out there, kid, and hit it. Medina to serve. Caroline Kelly. Putman yelled help, and Kelly took a swing at that, underhanded, and that'll go in the bleachers off of Kelly's hit. And Medina will go back to serve again. This kid is one of the smaller kids on the floor, but I can tell you her serve is mean. That's hit to Caroline again. She'll send that one up. Good pass to Putman. Putman to Howe. She'll tip that one over. Cobb, Gwen. Erlu pushes that one. Howe's there after the block. And Jackie pushes that over for the kill. Good effort there by Bellevue as they almost saved it out of the net. Jackie's done that twice, and we haven't seen that much this year. The push over to the front corner for the kill. That was right on the net. Lex into serve for Summertown. All tied up where we started. 4 apiece. Lex is serve. Good back row Cobb. Now Gwen. And now at a free ball over. Kelly chases that down. Putman. Jackie will free ball that over. Gwen. Now that's hit by Erlu. Jackie digs it out. Putman. She'll set Jackie up. Jackie comes off the floor, picks it up, and gets a good hit on it. That's going to be another free ball. Lex to Putman. Jackie will free that over. Back row is Montez. Now Cobb back row hit. And that's going to go off of Putman out of bounds. That'll be a point Bellevue, a kill for Cobb from the back row. That'll be Cobb's 5th kill. They'll get a new ball in. 5-4 Bellevue leads. They're pretty evenly matched group, both sides. Ball's up. Caroline's there. Putman. Set to the back to Jackie. She'll put a swing on that one, and that's going to fall for a kill. 5-5 now. Jackie now has 10 kills on the game. Jackie is now serving. Ball's up. Back row. Good serve. Gwen saves that one. Gets it over somehow. Battle at the net. Somebody's going to be in the net, and they call us in the net. They're going to say Phoenix was in the net. It was a battle at the net. Ava Howe was there. Phoenix was there. And Emily from the other side was there, and we got in the net there. So 6-5, Bellevue leads. Serves up. Jackie digs that one out, but sends it all the way over. Now Gwen tips that one over to the corner. Now Howell to Putman. Putman puts a swing on it, and that's going to go in the net. 7-5 now. Bellevue leads by 2. Remember, we're only going to 15 in this third set. 15, win by 2. You do not want to get down in the third set. LeBlanc still serving for Bellevue. She had several earlier. Putman to Moyer. She'll put a swing on it. Cobb sticks out an arm and gets it. Now Gwen back to Cobb. Kelly's there. Putman will set that up to the outside to Moyer. She'll hit that one over. Good swing on it there. They'll send over a free ball. Lex to Putman. Jump set. Moyer hits that one long and out the back. And that's going to go out of bounds. And Summertown will go down by 3. They'll call their first time out of this set. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here in Brentwood, where Summertown trails Bellevue by 3, and LeBlanc has went on a little bit of a hot streak here. Lex, Putman, Moyer puts a swing on it. Down for the kill. It's Phoenix. When you need a big one, she'll give it to you. Point, Summertown. 8-6 now. Caroline Kelly back to serve. Mason comes back in, which will match the height on the front row now. Kelly getting ready to serve. Ball's up. It's a good one. Back row. Medina. Dug out of the net. Hit over by Emily. Mason will save that. Now they'll send it to Phoenix. She puts a swing on that thing. It was nice, but dug out for the back row. Gwen now to Cobb. She'll push it over. Putman to Mason. Down. Up. Gwen. Nice dig out in the back. Cobb puts a swing on that. Kelly digs that out. Putman chases it down. Now Moyer. Sent over. Flat-footed. Now Gwen. Now Emily puts a swing on it. Mason got a piece of it. Back row, Jackie couldn't dig it out. And that'll be a kill for Emily. 9-6 now. Bellevue leads. And Gwen goes back to serve for Bellevue. Up by 3. And a match going to 15. Got to find a spark here. Dug out by Jackie. Putman now. To the outside to Mason. She'll flat foot that over. Now Gwen to the outside to Cobb. Blocked by Mason. Now Lex. Putman. Moyer hits it hard off the fingertips of Emily. Sent to the outside to Cobb. Kelly digs that out. Putman tries to chase down the pass as it was long and in the net. And that's going to be a point Bellevue. 10-6 now. Summertown trails by 4. Looking for a spark and some points is Summertown. Back to serve is Gwen again. And we can't handle that. Off of Lex, out of bounds. That'll be an ace for Gwen. No errors here in the third set from Bellevue on the serve, which is what they did in the first set. Gwen's serve is up. up 11-6. Girls, watch that one hit the floor. We're going to get another timeout by Summertown. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. Faster, trusted, accredited. Emergency care with hometown heart.
All right, back here in Brentwood, Summertown trails 12-6 to Bellevue in this third and final set. Summertown needing to get a spark here. Serves over, Jackie to Putman. Putman to Mason. Mason puts a swing on it, hits the net. Gwen digs it out. They send it to the outside to Cobb, and that's not going to make it over, and that'll be a Summertown point, 12-7 now. Who's my server here? Carden, we made the full rotation. Again, if you're looking for points and you're looking for consistency in a serve, this is where you get it. Carden serve, back row. Erlu, Gwen. Cobb swings on it. Kelly's there. Putman, Moyer sends that over underhanded for an underhanded kill. 12-8 now. Summertown trails by 4 with Putman going back to serve again. This is a good rotation here. Good things happen in this rotation. Putman to serve again. Good serve, back row. Erlu digs it out. Now Gwen to Cobb. She has to push it back in. Chased down by Franks. Nice job there. Moyer puts a swing on it. Emily tips it. Goes back row, dugout. Now Gwen to Cobb. She'll put a flat foot swing on it. Gets over. Putman digs that out. Kelly will send that over to Moyer. And we can't get it over the net as the pass was a little deep into the net. And Moyer couldn't get a hand under it. So 13-8 now with Cobb going back to serve, and she's got a good little jump serve. Got to be ready. Good serve over. Kelly passed up to Putman. Mason over the net. Gwen sets up. Erlu. Now Kelly passes over to Putman. Mason battle at the net. And that's going to go to Bellevue. 1 point away now, 14-8. Bellevue leads. It's not over till it's over. Let's dig one out. One pass here. Good serve. Kelly to Putman. Putman to Franks. Franks swing blocked by Emily. Dug out. Now Moyer will send that over. Got lucky with the double there. Now that's hit over and blocked to the net by Mason. That'll be a block for Mason. 14-9 now. Summertown trying to hang in this thing as Moyer's back to serve. They trail by 5. And you need to get them if you're going to get them. Moyer back to serve. Serves good. Right over the net. Hit high up in the sky. Now Gwen. That's hit into the net by Boise off the set from Gwen. I think Cobb thought it was coming to her. But Boise stepped in there and took it. It might be Boyce. Now Moyer back to serve. 14-10 now. Ball's up. Good serve. Back row. Dug out. Now Erlu. Now Cobb. Send it from the back row. They want Cobb in every play. Putman to Jackie. Puts a swing on it. Off Emily's hands. Now Gwen. Now Cobb. Free balls that over. Kelly's there. Sends it over. Mason comes and helps. Jackie saves that one at the net, and that'll be a point for Summertown. That'll fall for a kill for Jackie. Jackie saved Scout right there, and Scout saved Caroline as the pass was a little short. Mason stepped over, got it, sent it over. Jackie tipped it over for the kill. 14-11 now. Summertown within 3. Serves up, Cobb. Gwen, back row to Cobb. She'll put a swing on that. Kelly digs it out. Putman's there. Jackie frees that over. Too many free balls for Summertown. Set up, tipped over by Emily. Moyer digs that out now to Putman. Now Jackie puts a swing on that one, and that's going to go wide right out of bounds. And that will close this one out. Bellevue will take the third set, 15-11. Again, we play 3 today. These are pool games. They will determine who goes to the Final Four to bracket play. So it's not the end of the road for us. We need to win our next 2. This game was one we could definitely win. The next game is at 12:40, and we'll have that. We'll be playing West Green Middle. I don't know anything about them yet, but we will be carrying it here on Exports. Thanks to Kevin. So we'll take a break. We'll see you guys at 12:40, or at least we'll let you hear us at 12:40. For Guthrie Mason, Kevin Wright, you've been listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.